What's going on? GL Fox, Psych Perspectives. And George Zimmerman is suing Trayvon Martins' family for $100 million in damages. The lawyer for the former neighborhood watchman who shot and killed, murdered, and slaughtered 17-year-old Trayvon Martin is suing Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million. Okay? I'm about to read this, and this is directly off of ABC News. I'm going to read bits and pieces of it, and then I'm going to give my commentary, my opinion, my perspective. So, December 4th, 2019, 4:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. ABC News. By Corey Simasco, the former Florida neighborhood watchman who was acquitted of killing a 17-year-old child, Trayvon Martin, 7.5 years ago, going on 8 years. Come February of 2020, it'll be 8 years since Trayvon Martin was shot and killed by George Zimmerman. Is suing Trayvon Martin's family and others who were involved in the racially charged case that divided the nation for $100 million. First of all, the nation was already divided before the case. It was divided during the case, and fast forward to now, it is still divided, but okay. George Zimmerman claims in a lawsuit filed by his lawyer, conservative nonprofit Judicial Watch founder Larry Klayman, that the case against him rested on false evidence and is alleging abuse of civil process and conspiracy. Specifically, the suit contends that the prosecution's key witness against Zimmerman in the 2013 trial, I will never forget that. I was 20 years old. I was 19 when Trayvon Martin was shot and killed. I was 20 years old when the trial happened. It's crazy, man. I'll never forget that. Rachel Gentle was an imposter and a fake witness, which is bullshit, but okay. Benjamin Crump, who is also named in the suit, is a lawyer of Trayvon Martin's parents, Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. He released a statement that dismissed the lawsuit as another failed attempt to defend the indefensible and shameless attempt to profit off the lives and griefs of others. The plaintiff continued to display a callous disregard for everyone but himself, re-victimizing individuals whose lives were shattered by his own misguided actions. The statement said, "He would have us believe that he is an innocent victim of a deep conspiracy despite the complete lack of any credible evidence to support his outlandish claims. This tale defies all logic, and it's time to close the door on these baseless imaginings." Alright, now y'all can look at this article. I'm not going to read all of it. George Zimmerman is suing Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million. 7.5 going on 8 years after he murdered their son, a 17-year-old child, Trayvon Martin. What I'm trying to figure out is, and I'm about to go there, Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in front of his business 8 months ago. No, going on 9 months ago, because it's December now, by a nigga. I'm calling it what it is, by a nigga. Yet, niggas can shoot and kill each other left and right, participate in human trafficking, kidnapping your own women, your own girls, your own boys, your own men, your own children, don't take care of your kids, just trash. But then you will sit up and allow people like George Zimmerman to walk around free, living it up. I mean, George Zimmerman has been pulling these stunts year after year after year, completely disregarding Trayvon Martin, his legacy, his family, his friends, his community. George Zimmerman literally walks around with the middle finger up to every black person on a daily basis. And all you real niggas who do nothing but wreak havoc in our communities, okay? Literally shooting and killing people that look just like you on a daily basis. But y'all can't meet up with George Zimmerman. Strange to me. And I know you're thinking, oh my God, you're advocating for his death. No, I'm just asking a question. It's just mind-boggling how useless a lot of these niggas are in our communities. I'm just saying, y'all can shoot and kill, don't take care of your kids, you know, just all kinds of shit on a daily basis. Like I said, a nigga shot and killed Nipsey Hussle. A nigga shot and killed Tupac. A nigga shot and killed Biggie. I mean, it just goes down the list. Niggas do a lot of detrimental stuff to their own, to us, to our own people. But then people that are actual terrorists and threats to our community, George Zimmerman, you don't do anything to people like that. You're not shooting him down. You're not doing drive-bys. You're not running up on George Zimmerman, but you're going to run up and kidnap black women and girls and put them in human trafficking. And I know you're thinking, oh, but white people, they're doing human trafficking. But white people, they do shootouts and mass shootings. But white people, typical. These are the typical responses that we receive from you stupid niggas. Anyways, it's just mind-boggling to me. And then I'm just trying, and then on top of that, this fool done wrote a book. This fool done signed autographs on shootout test dummies. You know, when you go to the range and you're shooting, he's filled out autographs mocking Trayvon. Like, there's pictures of Trayvon on a shooting range board, and he's signing autographs, just like. And then he auctioned off the gun that he used to kill Trayvon Martin and made money off of that. I mean, you know, he beat up on his wife. He's done he's got domestic violence charges, traffic charges, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Every year is something with this dude. And he's still walking around, living, making money, and mocking the death of a 17-year-old child. But you real niggas, you hood niggas, again, useless as all get out. Useless. Y'all can be in the Bloods, you can be in the Crips, the Vice Lords, Gangsta Disciples, but y'all can't handle people like that. And then when we ask these questions, it's always, but white people do it, but white people this, but what about this, but what about that? What about your useless nigga ass? What's the point of having these gangs in our communities when they're not protecting us? They're not doing shit for us. In fact, they're killing us. Our children are dying left and right because they want to be in gangs, but then we got these gangs that can't protect us from people like George Zimmerman. Anyways, I'm going there. And then I'm thinking about Trayvon Martin's parents. You know, Tracy Martin, Sabrina Fulton. I'm thinking about his brother. I'm thinking about his friends and his other family members and the community of Sanford, Florida, South Florida. And I'm thinking about how going on 8 years since he was shot and killed, how many other innocent young men, women, boys, girls, feminine, masculine, intersex, people of color, black people have been murdered by the police, by so-called stand your ground laws. I live in Michigan. Michigan is a stand your ground state. Most states, I think there's like 26 states. Correct me if I'm incorrect, but there's like 26 states that have stand your ground as a law. How many more people have to die? And this man is suing the family for $100 million. And Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in front of his building by a nigga. By one of you hood niggas. But George Zimmerman is walking around suing families and shit. Shit that make you wonder. Again, I'm gonna go on in this video with saying, I'm just gonna say it, most of you niggas are useless.